there are scammers all around, but the people that get the most sympathy on social media as far as GoFundMe's or crowdfunding is concerned are women. All right.
Uh-huh. Most sympathy. I mean, I would say so. Like, I don't know about GoFundMe, but I know a lot of people, like, when it comes to, like, giving to the homeless, I see a lot of people give to men. Could be because a disproportionate amount of people who are homeless are men, but still, just like to point out that one. But GoFundMe, I'm a little iffy. I don't know about that.
And I want to show you
Damn, she look hot.
This video in which there is a young lady who made a TikTok video. I don't know what her name is. And this video was also uploaded on Facebook, but
This is a very good reporter. He doesn't know the name of the lady. That means he probably didn't investigate the whole story. Bad omen.
Says that she is pregnant, 30 weeks, by a man. She has another.
I love when they say by a man, like she has any other choice other than a nigga to fuck her. Like, you can't be pregnant by another woman, or at least a trans man, I should say. So yeah, it's definitely by a man.
Young baby there, and she shows there is some damage in the house, and she's claiming that the brother was had put his hands on her or something like that, right?
Which is some disgusting thing. Unless you triple X Tentacion, why the hell are you putting hands on a pregnant woman? Like, that shit is not cool. Supposedly. She never names the brother who attacks her, which is pretty sad. But then again, she lives in his house. So maybe she's fearful about naming him. That way she'll get revenge and probably beat her until she miscarries or some shit like that. But then again, she posts on social media, so it's like not like the nigga not going to like see her face,
And that she is very, very, very afraid for her life. And let me just do this. I want to show the video of what she did, and then I'm gonna come back and then we'll play the video, and then I'll come back. I have never made a video like this, but I'm reaching out because I have no other choices. I'm 30 weeks pregnant, and this is a Diane. I have another child, and I'm in an abusive.
Who the hell names their kid a Diane? Like, did she mean to like spell lion, but she's dyslexic? A Diane. Maybe that's a Spanish thing. She looks mixed. So maybe she's Spanish. The baby has some a good mane on them, but a Diane.
In toxic relationship, and I have to get out. I have to get out of here. He broke the dresser I had. This is my other TV, which is broke.
This is very convincing.
He broke the washer and dryer, and there's water all over my floor. He broke my futon. He took the PlayStation.
He broke the only. Look, if it's a PlayStation 5, we shoot at a nigga. Like, those are not something you can get every day. It's like a 4-leaf clover. Like, I'm keeping it real.
The TV I had, all my dresser stuff outside. I have to find a new place to go with my baby. He still has my keys and he can't know where I am. So please, if you can help me, if anything, it doesn't matter, please. All right, so you heard what she had to say on that one, right? But after this video was posted up, she gained over $160,000 in donations.
Good for her. Now that kid can have a good amount of money to like live off for probably a couple of years. That's a good amount of money to like raise a kid up by.
Okay. That's because a lot of people really felt bad for her.
Now that Kevin Hart meme is a fucking killer, bro.
Felt bad for her
I feel
situation.
bad for her.
Okay. And they wanted to assist her with it, right?
They did.
But a young brother found out her scam, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was a person.
Or could be a scammer himself. Like, he finds out this story, decides to scam a bunch of niggas by saying she's a liar and providing no proof to back up his claims. At least the lady provided a little bit of proof by the destroyed home. I mean, she could have got another person to do it herself. I'm skeptical that a pregnant woman could do all that damn damage, but maybe she could. But she could have got another guy to do the damage and then showed it on screen to get some money. So that could happen. That could be a scam. But otherwise, this guy could be scamming. But let's see what evidence he has.
That donated on another scam like this.
So he donated on another scam like this. He didn't donate directly to her. Okay, it would be another thing.
I want you to hear what this brother had.
He's just a sucker, basically. He donated another scam like this. He's just a sucker.
Say, and then I'll come back.
Now he's skeptical
what I have to say.
Of all. Now he's skeptical of all women, I guess.
Never made a video like this.
You know, the sad part about this is that you actually have. You posted it on Facebook, to whereby you gained over $160,000.
Wait, are you talking about the verse video or are you talking about this video? Because this video, she made $160,000. Did she make $160,000 on the first video and then do this video and made another $160,000? Or do you have a link towards her original video of her doing this? Maybe the original video, the guy did the same thing because she's stuck in an abusive relationship. I don't know.
The truth of the matter, and I know I felt a little bit off when I seen this.
This nigga has Mike Tyson teeth. Like, I do not trust anybody with the fucking gap in their mouth. You should go to a dentist, get some fucking braces to take care of that. Like, I know niggas with gaps in their mouth like that. They be spitting mad phlegm when they fucking talk. That's because their teeth is not holding back their spit. Shit happens.
And it makes it hard for those that are genuinely going through things.
Amen.
This young lady, her boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, has a child by someone else. And she got...
Thank God it's her ex-boyfriend because, she, I can see that he just fucks up shit.
Jealous and posted this video. The grandmother spoke out and said that her son never put his hands on her. She did admit that he broke those things in the home only because she wouldn't let him out.
How the hell can a pregnant woman stop you from going out of your house? Like, maybe he goes through it like in detail through this short video, but I bet not. But how can a pregnant woman hold back a grown man from coming out of the house unless the nigga is crackhead skinny? Like, hopefully he'll go through detail how this happens, but she's like 6 months pregnant with another kid. I'm skeptical that chick can hold a nigga back.
And she assaulted him as well. This is disgusting, man.
How can a pregnant woman assault you? Like, do you think that she would take the risk to the baby? Like, did she slap you and shit like that? Because if she slapped you, I don't know. Breaking a bunch of her shit seems like maybe a over exaggeration. Maybe, how can I say this? Maybe seem like an overkill to just break a bunch of her stuff because she slapped you. We don't know how she abused this man who's not named. Neither is the grandmother named. At least the bitch had the balls to actually make a video freaking talking about this, her side. She's having this Mike Tyson looking nigga. Well, the Mike Tyson looking nigga volunteered. It's not like he asked the Mike Tyson looking nigga to actually do the video for him. But the guy doesn't even have the balls. Neither does the grandmother have to make a video stopping this scam. And I don't know why the grandmother is speaking out and not the, I guess, grandchild, not speaking out to clear his name. Well, he don't even have to clear his name. It's not like the woman actually dropped his name. Maybe the whole neighborhood now know he abuser or a supposed abuser. So now his grandmother is covering him and stuff like that. And I'm skeptical that she now knows that she has another nigga's child. I mean, maybe she has both of his children, I guess. And then he got another nigga pregnant. Well, another chick pregnant. And she got mad and stuff like that. But breaking her stuff seems a little bit wrong. Breaking her shit. He doesn't even deny he broke her stuff. He does. He admits it, but yeah.
People are genuinely going through things. I duetted a mother, a couple months ago and donated $600 of my own hard-earned money. We going through a pandemic.
All right. Well, maybe you won't get simped again. And he totally did this to make himself not look like a woman hater, because it looks bad that you're calling her out and you have no evidence to the contrary that she did shit. Other than the grandmother, who is unnamed. At least she had the balls to actually make a video. Like, just basically talking about how she in need. The guy in question didn't make a video. The grandmother didn't make a video. This nigga made a video. And I can't even see his screen name or whatever.
Pandemic right now. People don't have that money. And they're genuinely donated just for you to be out here scam. Oh my God.
All right, guys, so we heard what he had to say also.
Who's that nigga?
Let me say this.
How is he connected in any way?
When it comes to...
When a nigga just does this, like, you know they're gonna say some shit. You know that they're gonna say some, like, shit, and then they're going to slowly back away. He's probably gonna automatically think that she's lying, even though this nigga didn't link the grandmother or the nigga in question that supposedly did this. And the nigga's not lying. The nigga didn't say he didn't break the shit. He said he broke the shit because she, a pregnant woman, somehow stopped him, which is an over exaggeration. Just because somebody stops you doesn't mean you just start breaking shit. That seems like an abusive thing to do. Like a girl says, no, you're not leaving. And then you start punching walls and then breaking her TV and shit like that. That seems like an abusive douchebag thing to do.
Women in relationships, that can be abusive.
And
let me be honest and say that can happen to any woman. Okay? Women.
Can't happen to women in my family. They're too damn smart for that. Shit.
Can get into these relationships, and it's not just Pookies and Ray Rays that do this. Okay, you have brothers in the black community. If you want to talk about that, or any community, regardless of race, that are professional men that are abusive to women, verbally and physically. Really? You have men who are pastors who are verbally abusive to women or physically abusive to women.
How the hell is he wearing an afro?
It can happen. So a lot of times, there's not a way. There's no safe guarantee for a woman to not be in this situation. It's not always their fault for who they deal with, okay?
Fuck you mean it's not always their fault? When is it their fault that they're in an abusive relationship? Well, I would say that if they first strike, you take a hike. Second strike, you stay. My sympathy partly goes away. But you have to factor in that one, she's pregnant, so she's very immobilized and shit like that. So maybe you could factor in that. But if you're saying that she should have automatically left, even though she's pregnant and immobilized, and it's her fault that he's doing all this shit. I mean, she tried getting out of the relationship. She made a video and she made a good amount of money to get out of this abusive relationship. More women should do that. She went to the internet to save her some money. But if you're automatically gonna say she's lying because one nigga supposedly heard from a grandmother of a nigga we don't know what his name yet or what the grandmother name is. You're a dick.
It's never their fault because a man should never do that to a woman.
Okay.
But in this case, you can tell that the acting is a little bit shabby. Like, it's...
What the hell
you know, it's kind of...
I mean, that's some good acting. I mean, she has a flush red face. She has tears in her eyes. Her voice is squeaky. I mean, this is some good acting. Plus, she pregnant. Like, it really adds. Plus, she holding a baby. What is that? A beautiful baby girl, I think. Some great acting.
Shiesty, you know, so to speak.
Plus, she had to break her shit. And she's pregnant or find somebody else. I mean, this is a lot of things to do some acting for some money.
But if you heard what the guy had to say,
yeah,
or
some guy.
She's dealing with a guy that has a baby by somebody else. Okay. So if the guy has a baby by somebody else, he ain't committed to you.
Right? He could have had a baby before she met her. I mean, that's not necessarily her child, or at least it's not necessarily that they met and stuff like that, and then he fucked and had a baby. You know, he could have had a baby long before they met, or the girl was already pregnant when they met. Hell, was she pregnant by this nigga?
You have chosen the wrong guy.
Fuck you.
In general. All right?
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. The guy is destroying her shit, which both of them admit that. You're destroying her shit.
Now, the guy don't want to do anything. He don't want nothing to do with you. So the real truth about it is that you won't let him leave the house. Okay?
How's a pregnant woman going to stop you from leaving the house? Like, I'm very interested in how that whole situation would happen. Not only is she a woman, but she's pregnant. So those are two things that's definitely going to keep her from leaving you from the house.
You don't let him leave the house. He's trying to leave. You won't let him leave. So he's breaking things so that he can eventually leave.
Dude, does that seem like a logical thing to do? Like somebody like stands next to the door, so you start punching the fucking walls? Like, dude, this is how an abuser thinks. Like, well, you know, she just stood in front of the door, so I decided to break her TV and cause $1,500 in damage. You can't like move her to the damn side, or at least like, you know, freaking like go under her arms or something like that. You know, she's pregnant with another baby. It's not like she can actually stop you. What the hell? And I like how he just rationalized the abuse, you piece of shit.
You take the social media to lie on this man because you are mad at him.
How is she lying? Maybe she's lying on the intent of why he broke her shit. Maybe that's it. But even in the video, he admits that he broke her shit. Well, actually, some third nigga who we don't even know of admits that he broke her shit. Either way, the grandmother, actually, it's like a fourth person because it's the woman. Then it's the grandmother who talked through the nigga, who talked to another nigga. So it's like 4 people deep, all admitting that he broke her shit. And either way, there's no excuse. Whether she was in front of the door, you don't have a right to just break people's shit. You idiot.
You are angry with him. You want to jeopardize his career. You want to jeopardize his name. And at the same time, you can make some money for yourself.
If she wanted to jeopardize his name, she would like call his name out. We don't even know who the guy is.
When in the reality, in this situation, you have put yourself in this position. And the sad thing about it is, men and women who are believing you have to pay.
I mean, they don't have to pay. It's a donation. They choose to pay. Like, you know, if you're just going to be a piece of shit who's just going to believe Jessica to believe that she's lying because some random dude like said, I supposedly talked to the grandmother and she says that, well, she admit that he broke her shit because he has anger issues, but she did it for a good reason. Well, he did it for a good reason. She was like sitting, in front of the door, so he had full right to start going full Hulk and breaking her stuff. And by the way, she's pregnant, so if she gets too stressed out, she could have a miscarriage. And this guy could not only break her stuff, but he could feasibly kill the baby. So wow, this is the top guy. Oshay Duke Jackson is defending. He sides with a abuser. Wow, what a piece of shit. All right, I'm gonna end it here. I'm getting sick to my stomach. You're a piece of shit, man. Bye.